Episode 181. Thank you all for listening to episode 180, Music in the Bank. I am Mark, here with my co-host,
Bud Weezer.
What the fuck?
Who the hell are these people?
Zazu.
Man, I'm not even gonna say my name. Mystery person.
Hey, I'm just gonna remain anonymous.
So the man with no name and anonymous and Bud Weezer.
It's like when you got someone who's trying to protect their identity and they put up, the face and they got to make their voice really deep.
That's real deep. That's what she said, right?
Well, that's what she wanted, but that's not what she's going to get.
That's okay, though. If she doesn't get it, it's all good, right?
As long as we get it, that's what matters.
That's right. All right. So thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter. It's Songs by Wes. Again, check out Mind Quarantine featuring Ted Bone of Pacifier on all of your music streaming devices or streaming networks, I guess. What would that be?
Devices. Network.
There we go. There we go.
Apps.
I'll take that. And let's just get right into some of the stuff. So we got NASCAR returning. Barry, you want to tell us about NASCAR?
Yeah, a little schedule realignment, but they will be, besides Korean baseball, but they will be the first sport here in North America that comes back up. So that's promising. So they'll be racing in Darlington on Sunday the 17th, which was supposed to be the Chicagoland race. And then they will be racing in Darlington again on the 20th, which was supposed to be the Richmond race. Then they will be racing in Charlotte on May 27th, which was supposed to be the Sonoma road course race. So they eliminated those three, which are only supposed to get one of each. So there'll be no Sonoma, which who cares? It's kind of boring anyways. Richmond and Chicagoland this year, which is what they're replacing. But yeah, we'll get NASCAR here. Couple days. What would they say? Sunday and Wednesday, right?
Right.
17th and 20th. And then
the
we'll get Charlotte.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, then we'll get Charlotte on the day before Memorial Day, and then I think the Wednesday after Memorial Day.
Right, and the Wednesday Darlington race is actually a night race, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be nice. I'm happy they made it that way. I mean, they could have made it a 5 o'clock race or a 6 o'clock race, really, but I'm cool with night race.
Hell yeah, same here. And, we got to make some picks. So there's two races. So you are going to tell me your picks in the order of the races, and that's how I'm putting them in. So, or here's the other option. Do you think we should keep the guy for the same race for both races?
Yeah, they're trying to race they're trying to race all races this year.
Let's do it. All right. So what did we for race number 1 at Darlington? What did Brandon have? Do you have? Oh wait, I got it. Kurt Busch for Brandon. And
you want to run down the guys I picked?
Yeah, I will do that for all of you guys.
It's been a couple months.
Yeah, so let me give the scores real quick, just so everybody's updated. Parrot Zazu, the Parrot, the Great, is at 9.8. Bear 12.8. Cody Bryant 14.3. Brandon 17.5, and me 20.3. So yay for me. So Bear, you're technically the first pick. You had Bowman, Reddick, Jimmy Johnson, and Kevin Harvick.
Okay. The first race, I am going to go with Eric Jones.
Okay. Eric Jones, I like it.
And second race, let's go with Brandon. Have Kurt Busch in the first race or the second race?
First race.
I'm gonna go with Kurt in the second race then.
I like it. And Brandon's second race pick was actually Denny Hamlin. So Zazu, what do you got?
Well, I was gonna go Eric Jones in the first race, but I'll go Truex in the first race.
You still can go Eric Jones in the first race. It's okay.
I'm gonna take him in the second race though.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm going to go Truex race number 1 and Eric Jones race number 2.
Perfect. Cody Bryant, what do you got, my friend? You have taken, just so you know, Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, and John Hunter Nemechek.
All right, so now I got to go back through the whole roster thing and figure out who's racing.
Yeah, you want Kyle Larson, don't you? Isn't that what I heard?
Kyle Larson. I should have taken him in the first 4 races. Damn it.
Yeah, what a waste of a pick.
Now he's just going to sit out there.
You could take Matt Kent's if he's back.
What, Darlington? That's the one coming up now?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. All right. So now I
Twice.
look. All right. Doggone. Can't I just pick the white dude with the comb over and the beard?
That's about half the field.
Oh, there you go. I can't lose.
Well, yeah, you still could.
Right. Not lose to the one with the thinning hair. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. I think I might have found the list. So I think I'm looking at the right field. I guess you'll tell me if I'm not.
Yeah, whatever you want to pick, man, we'll put in there.
All right. I'll go Joey Logano and Ty Dillon. Why not?
Both are good picks. I will approve of those. How's that?
I'll take it.
And I've got Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano.
Yeah, mine's will pick the dude that's won 2 out of 4 races. But
Yeah, might as well. I mean, he's fucking won everything, it seems like.
yeah, I'm rooting hard against him the rest of the year.
I don't blame you.
I'm gonna put in a NASCAR lineup real quick too.
Why don't you just wait until I put it in DraftKings?
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, Parrot. You should know this by now. You got to get into the DraftKings.
Well,
I thought he was in.
I think he is in the league.
I'll have to look and see. I don't know. He never entered at one last year or last time we did it. So
Yeah, way to go, Parrot Nelson.
Zazu, get it right.
Zazu, the great hornbill.
Thank you.
All right, so MLB, let's talk a little bit about MLB. They are cutting the 2020 draft down to 5 rounds, but teams can sign an unlimited number of undrafted players for $20,000 apiece. What are your thoughts?
my thoughts are the best, these guys are just all the best prospects are going to go to the best teams. They're going to pick where they want to go pretty much. I mean, if a top team wants you, they're not going to take a $20,000 offer from the, from some shitty team like Florida or, like Miami Marlins when you can get a $20,000 offer from the Yankees. So it seems kind of stupid. They should have put a cap on who they can sign. That would have made sense, but that's baseball for you. They haven't made sense in 120 years.
It's a valid point.
I think they're banking on if they're even gonna have a season next season. I think their CBA is coming up pretty soon. Well, it's not their CBA, but their labor agreement's coming up pretty soon. So, I mean, there's a pretty good chance they might not even have this season. Like last I read, the owners want to do a 50-50 split on revenue since if they do go through with this season, they won't have any games. Or, I'm sorry, not games, but they won't have any fans at the games. So with all that money from fans, from ticket sales, concessions, and team shop purchases, that's about 40% of a team's revenue. So, and the biggest thing with that between the players and owners, if they do 50-50 like that, then the players lose out on that revenue. So, it goes against the original agreement that they had would be a prorated salary for whatever games they play. So right now, if they don't even agree on what they have right now, it might be a work stoppage. So with this going on right now, if there's no season, or even a work stoppage, this whole signing guys for 20 grand a piece, might help out, it'll help the owners out. it won't do much for the players, but it'll probably, they hope. I think they might be hoping that they can get guys to cross the picket lines just to get, MLB service time. So I don't know. It's just interesting to see what'll happen with that.
Yeah, and other things and thank you for that information. That's information I did not know, so it's much appreciated on my end. But we do want to thank, of course, one of our sponsors. So how about thank you to All Wear Clothing? You can go to allwearclothing.com or to his White House store for all of your clothing needs. He's helped us with shirts, hoodies, and we looked at some hats potentially. We were going for koozies for episode 200, but we do not know what's going to happen at this point. We'll see. We'll probably still have an episode 200, even if it's virtual. We'll just drink from home. Fuck it. We'll just keep drinking. Get to 200 beers. Might be a 20-hour show, but who the hell knows? Just skip a few 99, 200. We'll get
maybe we can get Stone Cold on Zoom and he can just start pounding beers and we'll be all right.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. If he wanted to join the show, I'd be all for it. So
I would hope.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, sorry, Stone Cold. You can't be on our podcast.
Sorry, Steve. You're not allowed. So thank you to Brandon, All Wear Clothing. Again, allwearclothing.com. So on to the NBA. I know, Parrot, you just told us there's a change in the game ball.
Yes, they are switching from Spalding to Wilson balls as of this year. The Spalding contract expired. Bear, how long did you say they've been with Spalding?
1983.
So, 40 years?
40 years? Yeah, almost 40 years. That's fucking crazy.
Damn, son. You gonna make me feel that old, huh?
Is that when you were born, 83?
Close.
84.
85.
85. Shit, you are 85? Shit, for some reason, I thought you were fucking like 45 this year, not 35.
It feels like it sometimes.
Feel you there, man. Feel you there. So some other things from the NBA. I know Parrot or Zazu, thank you for your research. What did you say about the decision for resuming?
Oh, yeah. So they're going to have the decision on whether they're going to finish the season and or when. If they do it, they're going to have it within the next 2 weeks. So you guys can expect a decision from them within the next couple of weeks on what their plan is to go forth with the rest of the season. I know that a lot of the players had a conference call and, they're all for it, it seems like. And after that, it seems like conversations have really ramped up about, potentially actually getting it going now. So things are starting to look a little better.
Hey man, we'll take any basketball at this point we can get, fans or not. So I appreciate that. You did put in here also that Kobe Sports Academy retired the Mamba name. So there are no more Mamba Sports Academy. It's just the Sports Academy. I want to talk about Last Dance for this week. Had some great episodes. One thing I took from it that I found great was he still got paid his full NBA salary when he was playing in AA. That was fucking great.
Hey, man knows how to work a contract.
Right. Can't beat that.
What another thing I found interesting was his fight with Steve Kerr.
Right.
Basically tore him up, and then he said he got my respect after that.
He did call him at least. That was nice.
Yes. Now, what did you guys think about the whole Pippen situation? So when Pippen decided they were going to give Tony Kukoc the ball and to make that final shot, he had made several that year. And what do you think, Cody? What was your thoughts on Pippen deciding to sit out and then Kukoc just putting the fucking bucket in so they win that game?
I think Pippen found out that he wasn't Mike. That's what happened. You sit out, that last play. I mean, if it was me, you got to trade him, man. You got to trade him after that. And I mean, Pippen's lucky that Jordan came back and, he didn't get traded. And I mean, in any situation, especially against the Knicks, like in that game, I'd have gave the ball to Kukoc too. I mean, Kukoc was he playing small forward at the time? Either small forward or he's either playing the three
Should
or
have been
the
the three.
2 or the 3. So I mean, you get Tony Kukoc it'll probably be on a guy that he's probably taller than. So that's a matchup that you take when you know that's a shot that Tony Kukoc can hit. I mean, that was like his sweet spot the whole season. So
and he put it right in dude's eye.
yeah, like I mean, and he just went straight up. And I mean, I think Kukoc had like 2 or 3 inches on him anyway. So an easy uncontested shot, like you're gonna take that every single time. And Pippen found out, like, hey, you're not Mike, man. That's just it is what it is.
Yep, it is what it is. Bear, what'd you think, man?
I mean, I'd give Kukoc the ball over Jordan. Just throwing that out there. I mean, the more based off of Scotty's reaction. I mean, I didn't know that, so that kind of surprised me because he's always kind of been just I feel like he's just a hardworking kind of dude, who wouldn't quit on his team like that. So when I saw that, I was a little disappointed. Now, granted, it was 25 years ago, so really I don't care that much. But surprised to see it from Scotty. But that's that definitely fucks some people up, man. Your teammates too. He didn't even go out there. If he would have went out and just moped in the corner, whatever. But I mean, he straight sat on the bench. He straight Paul Crewed it in the longest yard. Like that's exactly what happened there. All because getting the ball. That he probably would have missed a shot anyways.
And then the people definitely knew that Kukoc was getting the ball. They were up in his face, and he still put it in their eye. That's what I fucking loved. He was clutch, man. So
very underrated.
Yes.
I mean, he's a star on any other team in the 90s. Maybe besides the Suns and the Rockets, maybe. Other than that, I mean, he's probably the number one on any of those teams.
And the Magic, don't forget them too.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's better. I mean, young Shaq, he's better than Horace Grant. He was better than young Shaq. Not what Shaq turned into, but at the time, he was better than Shaq.
Yeah, Kukoc was a beast, man.
Maybe the Knicks without Ewing, but that's about it.
Yep. What do you think, Zazu?
I mean, what I took from that is, I mean, if you're gonna be like that, I mean, you don't need to be. I don't know. I thought it was kind of selfish for him to do that. I mean, you're just kind of going off. I mean, you're kind of just fucking your teammates over essentially. I mean, just because you're not gonna get the last shot. I mean, I don't know. Be a team player. You're all in it together to win that championship, and it's not just a one-person game.
Well, it does remind me of that commercial. There's no I in team. Sure as hell isn't a we either. That fucking guy, that was great.
Yeah, but you got to think too, in Pippen's only defense, though, they basically, that team, they would say basically, like, what can Pippen do without Jordan? Like, a lot of people would always say, Pippen wasn't that good. He was only as good because Jordan was there. So, I mean, he shouldn't have sat out. He shouldn't have pulled himself and pouted on the sideline. But at least he wanted to take that shot. As about, because, I mean, if let's say Tony Kukoc misses that shot, then it's okay, well, why didn't Pippen take the shot? Why is Pippen off the court? So, it's kind of a double-edged sword. And at least Pippen kind of recognized it, even though, Kukoc was the better option. At least Pippen seen that, hey, if I'm not taking this shot, man, they're going to talk about me either way.
Yep. And anything else from that episode that you guys wanted to mention from those 2 episodes?
Well, this is when he went to play baseball, right?
Right.
Only thing I'm starting to get from this thing, man, I just wish that Jordan had nothing to do with it. Even though, like, we probably wouldn't have got all of this stuff if Jordan didn't have anything to do with it. But, it's a lot of stuff that kind of gets glossed over, and a lot of stuff that, puts him in a better light. Kind of like that whole punching Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr punched him back, but Jordan don't talk about the time he tried that shit with Bill Cartwright. And Cartwright about slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah, you didn't see him going. You didn't see him going after Wennington either, there, did you?
Right, exactly.
Whoop his ass.
Yeah, man. Like Jordan knew who he could get away with what. He knew who he could do what with. He knew Scott Burrell wasn't gonna say anything back to him.
Scott Burrell.
Like, come on, man. He was just happy to be there, man.
That was my favorite. Man, I tried so hard. He's just too nice of a guy. Could not get him to crack. I love it.
Yeah, like that dude, he was just happy to be there.
I would be too. I'd let Jordan slap the shit out of me if he wanted to give me some rings.
Right. And then you had, the other big thing there, they did talk about Space Jam, and they would bring all the guys in, the players in. He was filming all damn day, and then he'd come. They'd play 5 hours of basketball, and he'd have a call at like 6 a.m. I'm like, Jesus. Right.
Oh, and then go to the gym. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. And then
that was cool. And then obviously the stuff with his dad. That was. I think they did very good with that. Well put. But these next two obviously are going to be the best. I mean, you get to go into the Reggie days now, so.
Oh yeah,
that's going to be fun.
Get to see Bird as a coach. I can't. I want to see if they show that three when he fucking pushes off. Reggie just pushes way off of him, hits that three. Everybody's cheering except Bird just looks up like there's still 1.8 seconds. They can still make this damn shot. That's a lot of time on a clock. Bird didn't give a shit. He was so just ice in his veins, man. Didn't care.
Yeah, it'll be these last two. I just can't believe it's already over already. The shit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make mention a little bit later of some things going on. We got him over there. You hitting the bong? He's over there hacking up along.
At least he has it on mute.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm one of those few people that think Jordan could have made it in the majors too, man.
I mean, he did have
that season.
He did have that hitting streak. It's just they needed to work with him on that fucking breaking ball. He couldn't do shit with it.
Yeah, but then when he actually started hitting that breaking ball, you got to think, I mean, he went, 15 years pretty much without even touching a bat. Rebuilds his body to play baseball, gets thrown into Double-A just so they could handle, basically it was just a media accommodation because they knew all the crowds that they were going to have. And, he actually does very well. He hit, 202. 220? Yeah, 202. So
53. He had 53 RBIs though, and like they said, a lot of prospects there didn't drive in 53 runs.
Right. The best thing about the biggest info you could get on that, if you guys get a chance, there's a 30 for 30 that came out a long time ago. That Jordan rides the bus.
Yep.
And that was about his whole time in Double-A, and that was like the most unbiased opinion or unbiased documentary that you'll probably see about Jordan in Double-A. And it's kind of interesting too, that 94 season, that strike season, the White Sox actually were in first place too in their division and had a chance to actually make the World Series.
They probably would have just brought Jordan up to get him a fucking ring if they wanted. Just to say he did it.
Right. My thing is though, man, they got to quit blaming Jerry Krause, man. My thing, you got to blame Reinsdorf for all this stuff. I mean, they just had Krause as the fall guy.
Reinsdorf still did get him. He got him up. Either way, he owned both fucking teams.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like Reinsdorf owned both fucking teams, man. He had the money. Like he didn't want to pay Horace Grant. He didn't want to pay Horace Grant. He didn't want to pay Pippen. Basically Reinsdorf broke up that team, man. He tries to make it seem like he was just this, charitable dude. Oh, I paid Michael's salary while he was playing for the White Sox. Motherfucker, that's because you could. You
had all that Bulls money.
Right. It wasn't like you were just doing something. All you did was transfer his contract.
So let's say, hypothetically, Jordan never plays baseball. Do they win 8 straight?
No, I don't think so.
No, I just think I really think that he was just straight burnout. So they probably would have lost focus in one of them.
Yeah.
But they probably would have won 7.
7 of 8.
I think one of them, the one right there where he left, is the one where he would have been like, I think he was where he just didn't care.
And then he would have got his focus back because, he's a competitor. He would want to win. And the motherfucker did, man. He's no joke.
When he came back and they lost in the semis.
Right. I still see him beating.
His personal trainer was about in tears. He wanted he got that quiver lip. He wanted to come back the next day and train. Make me even more money.
Right.
I was like, geez, get a grip, bro. Come on, man.
So 2 more episodes. It'll be fun to discuss those next week. NBA, they put out a list today, ESPN did. All time NBA, they put the top 10 up, 10 greatest players in NBA history, as put on by NBA, I think it was NBA
ESPN or some shit.
Yeah, they're NBA insiders or NBA experts. So I wanted to get your thoughts on this. So let's run down the list. Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, Bill Russell, Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, Larry the Bird, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Shaq. Do you have any beef with where those guys are in the top 10? Guys that shouldn't be there, maybe a little higher, a little lower?
Nah.
No, not really.
I mean, I think it's a fine list.
You don't think Kobe should be higher?
I think Kobe could be a little bit higher, but not much. Maybe above Duncan. I don't think. I mean, I think highest he could go above Duncan and Bird, but that's it. No higher than that. He ain't going higher than 6. From the list, from your Kareem and your Russell and your Wilt. But then again, it's Wilt played nobody's either. That's why he averaged freaking 40 and 20.
Yeah, true. But they changed the rules for Wilt and Kareem.
Mm-hmm. They had to.
This is true. They had to. Yeah, absolutely right.
So, and I think it was, I can't remember if it was Wilt or if it was Bill Russell that had said to Jordan once that, what did they say? They said to Jordan, they changed the rules for me to keep me from winning. They changed the rules for you to help you win.
That's good.
That's very good. That's pretty damn interesting. And then I don't know if you guys saw, but Steph Curry was at 13 and KD was at 14.
I ain't putting Steph in my top 25 or nothing.
Of 3-point shooters, that's about it.
Right, and that's it.
You can't play defense.
God, no. You got to think, too, all those guys in that top 10 are all of them were all NBA defensive players during their careers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. What do you think, Parrot? This is more along the lines of your generation.
Yeah, I mean, I like where MJ, LeBron. I like the top 5. I mean, I agree with Bear. I mean, Kobe could maybe go ahead of Duncan or Bird, but I mean, Duncan was a hell of a player. I mean, I wouldn't put Steph in like Cody said. I wouldn't put him in the top 20. KD, I think he's right where he needs to be.
KD's fine. KD, if he doesn't get hurt twice now, 2 major injuries, he could work his way into the top 10 at some point.
That's a good point.
Easily.
I mean, he's a great scorer. He's a hell of a scorer. There's no doubt about it.
The
2 major injuries, it's tough to put him up there.
I love Kobe, but I just can't put him ahead of Bird just because I'm a Celtics fan. So fuck you, Cody. No, Kobe, man. I mean, he's in the top 10 as he should be. He's a legend, man. Speaking of legends, how about Crandall's Quality Landscaping? If you need help with your lawn care needs or landscaping needs, give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas. And I'll get to my map, Bear.
Yep.
Ironically, Chicago.
There you go.
So Crandall's Quality Landscaping serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not Chicago. Thank you, Sean. Again, 419-704-5471. All right, so let's jump into UFC. Zazu the Great. You did your homework on this one, so what do you got for us?
Yeah, so came back Saturday. It was 249. It was a great card all around. Greg Hardy ended up beating Jorgen De Castro by decision in the third round. Calvin Kattar beat Jeremy Stevens by TKO in the second round. Ngannou, dude, he's just a monster. He beat Jairzinho Rozenstruik, however you say that. KO, TKO, 20 seconds, man.
Wasn't that guy undefeated going into that fight? And Barry, you said it. He's going to knock his fucking head off.
I mean, I think Ngannou's last 2, 3, 4 fights have been all knockouts in the first round, within the first minute and a half or some crazy shit like that.
So why isn't he up there fighting for the title?
He
loses all the fucking time.
Give it a shot.
He loses all the fucking time.
But yeah, that's just crazy that he's just on a straight tear right now. And then Henry Cejudo ended up beating Dominic Cruz, knockout TKO in the second round, and then right after.
Hold on a second, stop there. Cruz said that the ref smelled like alcohol and cigarettes, and they stopped it too early because of that.
Right. Coming from a guy that took 11 shots straight to the face, undefended.
And CTE, that is a real thing, boys and girls.
Yes, he was fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry, Parrot. Go ahead.
Good. And then after his fight, Cejudo retired, so that will be his last fight. And then the main event, Justin Gaethje beat Tony Ferguson in the 5th round by a TKO.
So there was 5 rounds on that. Why was there 5 rounds?
So the main event, the main card.
Was there a belt?
The champion.
Yeah, that was for the interim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is Gaethje gonna go? Do you think he now lines up to fight Khabib?
I mean, yeah, because he got the belt. Unless they have a rematch here.
You think he can hang with him?
I mean, yeah, he can. The dude can throw. That's the thing that they said. They said that's the only reason why with Ferguson to Khabib is that they're both kind of wrestlers. So Ferguson can control Khabib a little bit more. Gaethje or however you say it, he's more of a striker who can wrestle too, which is, that's big for him. So strikes are helping. So I said with against Khabib, it could be a little mismatch just like it was against Ferguson, just because Ferguson and Khabib match up so well. They the same mismatch with Gaethje and Khabib.
Yeah. They were trying to get that Ferguson Khabib fight they tried for 5 years now.
Yeah.
They tried to get that fight together, and it just went up in smoke. Only because, Ferguson's one of those guys that, just can't say no. Kind of like Cowboy Cerrone, man. Just one of those guys that won't ever turn down a fight. I mean, you got to think he spent, the last probably year, maybe, year and a half training for a fight with Khabib.
Mm-hmm.
And, he takes a fight against Justin Gaethje for 5 weeks. It's kind of hard to switch up game plans in 5 weeks, compared to Gaethje's. His was, all about Ferguson, and he tagged Ferguson from the first round to the last, man. It was a straight beat down.
Yeah, and then there's actually more fights that are on right now. They're doing another event tonight. The prelims just started. The first fight just ended. It's obviously not as big of a card. It's not a pay-per-view, but I mean,
first 2 fights are over.
Still fighting. It's still good to see. That's on ESPN Plus. So I mean, anyone that has ESPN Plus can just hop over and watch that for free.
They've had 2 knockouts to start both fights so far.
Pretty good.
they canceled the Marvin Vittori fight too because he was one that tested positive, right? For Corona.
Jacare Souza
Yeah, Jacare Souza
on Saturday. And they have another fight on Saturday as well again.
Yep.
Harris, which this one is actually on ESPN and Plus, which is actually kind of nice. Yeah, I'm not paying for ESPN Plus for this shit.
Yeah, I still have it for like 3 or 4. Actually, I have it with it came with Disney Plus and I think Hulu, part of that $12.99 package. So that's the only reason I have it.
Well, I mean, we're gonna see what happens. You got a lot of fights going on. A lot of sports are starting to come back. Ohio opened up. Did you guys see the fucking people at Franklin Park Mall lining up for finish line to get their shoes?
Not one of them wearing a mask. Not one.
I think there was one lady in line wearing a mask when they actually lined up, but when they first were like crowded by the door, there was nothing.
It was, yeah, I mean, just ridiculous. Just
gotta get the shoes.
Nowhere to go.
Man.
Yeah, I guess. I don't. What even released yesterday? What shoe released? Why were they all there?
Nothing. Well, they released a Jordan 1. It was.
I hear about a bigger one.
I think it was. I think like a blue. I can't remember the colorway, but it was a Jordan 1 re-release.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah. No, Yeah, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I think that we've gotten to the point of the COVID now where people can choose wherever the fuck they want. So they're going to do what they want anyways, unless they make it mandatory. Finish
right.
Making that shit mandatory. They want to sell as many 120 shoes as they can. They don't give a fuck.
That's right. And by the way, as we pivot here, had a good conversation today with Verizon. Tim is no longer with Verizon. He has moved on, but now we've got Brittney to thank. So thank you, Brittney. Verizon is a true technology business partner that helps local businesses deploy technologies that can positively impact operations and increase revenue for the company. At Verizon, they do not wait for the future.
They build it.
Get in touch with a sales rep in your area, Verizon.com. Now, they help us with our business needs, but can help you with your personal needs as well. Just check them out. Go to the store, get you them new phones. I know they're opened up now here in Ohio. So just do what you need to do. Verizon.com. All right, so since our last show, the NFL has released their schedule. The Patriots, ironically, you think it's a setup, they have the hardest schedule. And the Ravens, which doesn't make sense to me, technically have the easiest.
Based off of last year.
Right.
I mean, they had 3 people in their division that were all under 500. So
good point.
We play them 6 times
every year. You got it pretty easy.
What is there any things in there that you saw that you're looking forward to? Some Monday night games. I know the Bucks have like 5 or 7 primetime games.
Yeah, I think 5. They also said, funny enough, and they said it was a coincidence, but they said that the Patriots and Bucks don't overlap until week 15. So they said the Patriots fans can watch Buccaneers games opposite of the Patriots. They never play at the same time until week 15.
Interesting. I saw the Seahawks are going to travel the furthest, a little over 29,000 miles.
That's what they get for being up there where they're at.
Right. The Raiders, they'll host 4 primetime games and have 6 kickoffs at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Yep.
The Buccaneers, Saints, Bills, Bears each play Monday Night Football twice in 4 weeks.
Not bad.
And there are no divisional games scheduled in week 3 or week 4.
Oh.
Interesting.
I thought that was pretty interesting too. Zazu had some good research here. What are your thoughts on the proposed waivers for players to sign to play this year? What do you got on that, Zazu? What does that all mean?
I mean, so essentially they're going around, I mean, for, the players to, if they want to play, essentially they're going to sign some sort of contract or paper saying that, they're accepting the risks and all that. And it sounds like a good portion of everybody is okay with it. I mean, a lot of people are going with it and signing it. But I mean, I see what they're doing, but they're also giving the players the option. I mean, I feel like there's not going to be a lot of players that don't do it. I mean, unless they have some sort of pre-existing, health concerns or something like that. But I mean, it's just a safety precaution, and I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Maybe they'll just wear like some face shields over, not just their eyes, but down by the face mask as well. And just put some fucking plexiglass over those holes. Call it a day. There you go.
Right.
The thing I got the biggest kick out of the other day was the NFL, or Roger Goodell, put out into a charity that somebody could watch a Monday Night Football game from his man cave in his basement. And guess who fucking won? Bear, who won that for $250,000?
Dave Portnoy. Yep. He said right when that thing happened, he was going to win that.
I thought that was fucking great. He
did not matter.
Care. And can you just give us a little backstory behind that and why it's such a big deal with Portnoy and who he is for those that don't know?
I mean, he's the owner of Barstool Sports, if you don't know, which you should. But he absolutely is a huge Patriots fan, but hates Goodell because of the whole Brady Deflategate thing. That's when it all started. One that made the Brady clown shirt with a whole bunch of Patriots fans wore it when he showed up to one of their games a couple of years ago. It's that tealish blue shirt.
The Goodell clown shirt, right?
Yeah, cannot miss that. So yeah, he hates him. I think Goodell, I don't think he's admitted to it, but he's kicked him out of the Super Bowl. I know he's been kicked out of, and a couple other sporting events with the NFL. So it'll be very interesting to see what kind of excuse Goodell comes up with to not be there. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, in his fucking house, right?
There will be something that I don't think so. Something ain't gonna happen. It'll be a COVID-related thing, or he'll be busy, or something like that. There's no way. It would make for amazing TV because I think it's supposed to be on ESPN.
Oh, it'd be great.
Night game. I think it's a simulcast.
Right. So they do it with the Bucks. You think? Watch a Bucks game?
They should. I mean, if they were smart, if Goodell was smart, they would do it. That would be, the ratings would be astronomical. And
totally agree.
Too, which kind of pushes off from Monday Night Football, is no more Tessitore and Booger. Thank God.
That was in my notes too. Thank fucking God.
Monday Night Football will be tolerable to listen to again because Witten won't be there. He's playing with the Raiders, so he won't be there. Tessitore and no Booger, who may be the worst color commentator, I think, ever on Monday Night Football. I mean, even worse than who is that? Dennis Green? No, not Dennis Green.
Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller. Thank you. Yeah, it's bad.
So something else I wanted to do here. So get your chat boxes ready. Bear, I know you got the points. I know we're going to get to trivia soon, but I'm going to offer up. I'm going to just give 20 points. I'm going to stay out of this one, but 20 points to the person that is left standing when we go through all of this. And if it's multiple people, we'll split the points. So here's my question for you guys. Chat box, get your chat box open so I can read them as we go. And Bear, when you get the points, just let me know.
I gotta try to find it.
Our points right now are Mark Gary Gray at 388. Cody Bryant, 332. Myself, 328. Parrot, 184, which has been stuck on that number for a couple weeks. Dub at 29, and Wes Anderson was 7.
I almost feel like I want to give Zazu like automatic get him to 300 points if he wins this, just to catch up. But like you said, shaking
20,
your head.
He gets triple for wrestling.
Yeah, you're a good point. All right, here's my question, and we're just gonna start how you are on my screen, which is Parrot, you're at the top, and then go to Bear, go to Cody. So there are 14 teams that have won 20 playoff games in their history. We want to name the 14 teams in a round robin. You miss it, you're out.
Okay. Am I typing it right?
Just say it. If you just want to say it, just say it. I was just gonna type. I'll tell you what. I'll type it. Just fuck. I knocked my mic over. I will type it.
Remember my first mic.
I'll type it just so that you guys have a place to look on what the teams were. So, Zazu, what do you got?
Give me the Pats.
They are number 1 actually with 37 wins. Bear.
Cowboys.
They are number 4 with 35 wins.
Yeah, and they haven't won a goddamn playoff game in 5 years, and they haven't won multiple in 20 years, and they're still number 4, 2 behind New England.
Right. What do we got, Cody?
The Steelers.
They are second with 36. Back to you, Zazu.
Give me. Green Bay.
They are third. We're tied for third with Dallas at 35. So Dallas is actually third. All right, back to Bear.
The San Francisco 69ers.
They are fifth with 32. On to Cody.
Go with the Colts.
The Colts are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th. But they are there. On to Zazu again.
Give it Broncos.
That's a great guess, and they are there at 8 with 23. Actually, they're tied with the Colts. Back to Bear.
Let's see. I'll go with. Trying to think. I'm trying to find one that would be lower down the list. Let's go with the Chiefs.
And we have our first man that is out. Bear,
really?
You are out.
Ooh.
They're not in the top 14, huh? They just won 5 effing playoff games this year.
They're still not there. They got to get to there's 14 teams have 20 wins. Cody Bryant, on to you.
I'll say the Giants.
You are correct. It's 7. They're 7th with 24 wins. I'm sorry. I should have said 7. Men cleared. Zazu, back to you, sir.
Let's go with Philly.
The Eagles are there. They're tied for 8th with the Broncos.
Damn.
On to Cody. We got 9 down, 5 to go.
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins coming in 14th with 20.
Oh, man.
4 more.
Give me a sec now. Let's go. I'm going to regret this, but go to the Saints. I don't know.
You are incorrect, sir. If Cody can get this right, he will get all 20 points. If not, we go back.
Let me look at the list. And we have what? How many we got on there? 11?
There are 10 right there. 4 more to go. Cody for the win. Here we go.
Oh, boy. I got to think of the last Super Bowl. Oh, shit. Let's see. I'm trying to think who were fairly successful teams.
All the ones we named.
Oh, my gosh. So 20 playoff win. This is ever?
Yes.
The Bears.
That was going to be my next guess.
You are incorrect, sir. So I'm going to invite Bear. I'm going to invite Bear back to the game. And
really, the Bears don't have 20?
No, we're going to invite Bear back to the game. Bear, I'll give you the first crack. You got 4 to go.
I haven't even been paying attention since I was eliminated. Sorry. Let's see here. Okay, we got.
So we had Saints as a guess, right? They
Yep.
were a no. The Bears were a no. What was the other guess that was a no?
The Chiefs, I said, as a no.
All right. So we've got 11 there that are correct, or no, 10 that are correct and 3 that are wrong. So back to Bear. He's back in the game. Let's see if he can get it.
I guess I'll say the Raiders.
The Raiders at 6, 25 wins.
I've been around too long, so.
Yeah.
Bears back. All right. On to you, Zazu.
You said
God.
bareback?
Yeah, Bear back, baby.
Give me the Lions. No way, but
No. All right, you're out. On to Cody Bryant. Cody, to keep it going, or Bears getting 20?
The Vikings.
Are correct.
Really?
Tied for 12th with 21.
Ooh, I wouldn't have guessed that one. I was thinking once you said the Bears were, I was like, no way, the Vikings. But they did lose in like 4 Super Bowls. So
2 to go. Back to Bear.
man, that's another one you want to kind of. This isn't my guess. I'm talking out loud, but God, the Bills, man, 4 Super Bowls, 4 playoff games
Could be.
to get there. I'm just thinking out loud, because that would be a good guess. I don't think the Jets have won that much. Keep them out. Man. God, the Bills suck for so long though. that would be it. That was.
Well, hopefully Cody's thinking of a couple guesses.
Damn, that's tough. Our teams together 1,000 times, they all count. I guess just because I'm gonna slap myself if I don't guess them, I'm gonna say Cody's Rams.
Are correct. One team left, Cody. You got to get them to split the points or give all 20 to Bear.
Let's see.
I mean, if he gets it wrong, I'll take a stab at it. If I miss the split,
I'm gonna say. Oh shit! See, I don't know if that counts though. I'm gonna say the Browns.
No. Give me a stab at the last one, Bear. Give yourself 20 points while you're at it.
I want to try it.
I just have a feeling it's between the fucking Bills and the Jets. I don't know why.
Well, both are wrong. So Zazu, go ahead.
Batlanta.
No.
Oh,
It's probably. See, I was gonna say
like the Titans / Oilers.
The no and the Ravens. No.
No.
The Seahawks? No.
Nope.
The Chargers.
Nope.
I don't think there's anybody left, is it?
There's got to be one.
There's one, and they have 23. They have 23 playoff wins.
The Redskins.
That is correct.
Ugh.
Oh wow, they've been shitty for so long.
So the entire NFC East has more than 20 playoff wins, huh?
They have more than 23.
Interesting.
Pretty interesting to put out there. What else is interesting is if you have some banking needs, you should get in touch with Cassandra at PNC. Visit her at the White House branch or give her a call, 419-877-0634. She can help with all your banking needs, whether it be loans, credit cards, or personal banking. She is there to help. All right, so we had some fun discussions with Brandon from the Grown Ups, the host of the Grown Ups, and he brought up some fun questions, and Zazu put them in here for me. So we'll just go around. We'll try to make this one quick so we can get ready for trivia. So a couple of questions. Pick any sport. We don't care. You can tell us what your sport is, and who is the next Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, anybody like that, or has the potential to be that, the next great in one of the 4 major sports.
I mean, in baseball, I'd say Mike Trout, if he ever got put on a decent team.
I'd say they'd actually have to put a team around him.
They still win 70 games with that dude.
Right.
I mean, if I went NFL, I think Mahomes is going to be the next face of the league.
I think he already is.
Yeah, I would agree.
McDavid in hockey, probably.
Yeah, he could definitely do it.
What about basketball?
You already got it. And LeBron.
I'm saying like next. Not
Zion.
I don't know. I don't know how. Well, it depends on how image conscious that Zion is. Like, people forget, like, Jordan was notorious for, like, his image. Like, he was image conscious. You know, like, there were a lot of things he didn't do or say, you know, and, I mean, for better or worse.
Or accept things in college.
Yeah.
Like
so, which, I mean, that's what they say. I don't know. I heard of that. I heard that.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
Like, who cares? He's in the pros now. Who gives a
right.
shit? Everyone's gonna get paid, and the NCAA is still still trying to fuck with people.
Dude, what's gonna happen is the NCAA is gonna end up getting disbanded because all the money making schools are gonna end up being like their own conference or something.
Probably.
Right.
Either that or like the elite guys are gonna just say, you know, screw it and skip college.
Yeah. Go to there, like you said. I mean, that's the thing is that you get these, you know, if you like, and obviously the XFL is done, but you get something like the XFL or you get these other smaller leagues, and they let people, you know, go there after school to get paid. Kids are going to go there and, you know, find something, go to the big leagues after that.
Yeah. I think if they figure out a way. If the NFL figures out a way to do something like a G League just for football, though, the NCAA is done. Because right now, that's the only thing left for mediocre, middle-aged adults to live out their, you know, high school, junior high playing days. And they play it out through college sports. And you look at how bad the college basketball game is compared to, you know, what it was before guys started, you know, jumping straight from high school or even a one and done. I mean, like, since then, like, college basketball is trash overall from top to bottom. Like, it's trash. You get like those 1 or 2 guys every year, or, you know, or even every couple years, and then they get into the league, and, you know, a lot of times they don't even really pan out. You know, a lot of if they don't have, you know, like the guys that they hype up, you know, that they kind of make faces of college basketball. You know, I mean, you think guys like Steph Curry, James Harden, you know, they weren't faces of college basketball. They were almost afterthoughts. You know, hell, James Harden never even made it to the NCAA tournament. You know, Steph makes it, you know, and they kind of get behind him a little bit, but he actually had a chance to develop. I mean, for every Steph Curry, you got to think of all the, you know, the Hakeem Warwicks or the, the Scotty Flynn's. I don't know. Who else am I thinking of right now? Just
name all Syracuse people.
Hold on. I'm trying to think of somebody else.
Jerry McNamara.
Yeah, Jerry McNamara, man.
Syracuse.
Fucking, you know,
Carmelo Anthony. Oh wait, wrong way on that.
Yeah, or even like Corey Maggette. You know, like he didn't pan out to be. He had a long career, but he wasn't what, you know, he was supposed to be in the league. or even an Elton Brand or fucking Tyler Hansborough. Is he still in the league?
I don't think so. Well, maybe he is.
I
He's
don't know.
on quite a bit, so I can't keep track.
Right? Or
T.
Grayson Allen. I mean, look at that guy. I think he's still in the league, but I mean, it's just with all the hype that he had. A lot of those guys don't necessarily, live up to the hype. But I think if they figure out a way to do that shit with, college football, then what happens? Dude, like the NCAA dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Hit the nail on the head. And I would agree with Mahomes on that one. I think he's got an opportunity to be the GOAT. He's got some time. I think he can do it. The next question we had, this was pretty good since we've been watching The Last Dance. What is your all-time starting 5 basketball team?
I mean, I guess I'll start. I'd go all time. I'd have LeBron and MJ. I'd have mine are going to be a lot newer players. Kobe. I'd put Magic and let's go Kareem. That's where I'd go with my 5.
Pretty solid. Who's running the point?
Magic.
Good call. I would also have Magic run a point. Give me MJ, LeBron as well. And just because I'm a homer, just give me Larry Bird to just be a piece of that puzzle. I think he'd be solid for the team. Just to have me a Bird, and then put Wilt. Give me Wilt. Since you didn't mention him, I'll take Wilt.
One, I mean, I'd be a homer thing. I'd take Iverson at my 1 all day, every day, and twice on Sunday over Magic. 2 would definitely be Jordan. I'd probably play. That'd be tough because I kind of like LeBron at the 4, but I'd probably play LeBron at the 3. My 4 would probably be Duncan. I do like Duncan, and I'd almost pair him up with Robinson. That would be sneaky, but I'd throw Shaq in there. I just love Shaq down in the paint. Though I was watching, I can't remember what it was, but I'd watch him, and it was like maybe, I think it was early 2000s, like maybe a little bit mid 2000s. And down in the paint, like you could just tell, like it just looked like sometimes he'd get tired because he would just roast dudes for like 3 plays. And then one play he'd go down and someone would have him on the block, just have the slowest spin move, and Shaq would just stand there. I'm like, what is he doing? So I think he took a couple of plays off when you go back and watch. But yeah, I think that'd be a pretty solid lineup.
Oh man. I think, man, let me see. At point, I'd probably have shit. I think I have I'll take Isaiah at the point. Jordan at the 2. LeBron at the 3. Shit. How you get 4 and 5? I think Duncan at 4, and I say Kareem at the 5.
There we go. I like it. And then the last question we had on here, best sports memory that you saw in person and why?
Mine's kind of a 50-50 between, 03, LeBron's first year in the league, when I got to see him play the Lakers in Cleveland when Shaq, all them were there. That was one of my fondest memories. And then the Big Ten championship, Ohio State, Wisconsin. when they dismantled them like 56-0 when they had Melvin Gordon, and he was the best running back in college football, and Ohio State shut him down. Getting to go to those are probably two of my favorite sports memories I've gotten to go see in person.
Okay. I'll say mine real quick. The one I remember the most is it's kind of off the wall. It might kind of throw you for a surprise, but it was in '99. I was 12 at the time, and we're up at MIS in the infield, and it was an IROC race. If you remember the International Race to Champions, you had guys come from different, like from Formula One and NASCAR and all those things. And it was we did a pool where you pull a driver and you had that driver for the race. Well, I had junior, and my dad ironically had senior, Earnhardt. And it was a fun race to watch. They finished 1-2, battled each other in that IROC race. Soon, senior ended up beating junior, so my dad also beat me. So that is my most fond memory for sports for me, and that's my best sports memory that I saw in person.
That's tough. I've seen a lot of good shit in person. I mean, a personal favorite for me was 2012. And my dad and I went down to the jungle and watched the Cowboys beat the Bengals. When the Bengals were decent. Romo, last second drive. Dez to Witten, sitting 6 rows up on the 50-yard line. So I got to see that one. Pretty much some of the only Cowboys fans in that section. Got to meet Craig Sager. That was fun. Cavs and Pistons playoff game. I think the last time the Pistons made the playoff, maybe 2015, probably 16 or 17. I can't remember. I think it was 16. I think it was a championship. So I'm pretty sure it was. So I got to meet him. That was really cool. Probably my 2 top ones, but I've seen, there's probably more. There's been a lot of shit.
I think mine.
The 1976 NBA Finals when Dr. J. Oh, he's not that old. My bad.
My best sports memory, I would say, would be to go. I went to my very first Rams game, and my aunt actually married into Orlando Pace's family. So we were able to, she married his uncle. So we took a weekend and went to St. Louis. It was the Rams and the Panthers. And we got to go to St. Louis for the weekend, got to stay at Orlando's house. Went to the game that Sunday, and then after the game to be able to go down into the locker room afterwards. And, to have pictures with, Torrey Holt, trying to think who else was there around that time. Got an autograph from Marshall Faulk. It was just, even though my aunt to this day does not like Marshall Faulk, she met him for the first time at the Pro Bowl, and he tried to charge her for an autograph. So, so she does not like Marshall Faulk. But, I was able to get an autograph and a picture with him, that was probably my best sports memory, man.
That's solid.
Good times.
Yeah, that's good shit. I remember you told me that Orlando Pace was a cousin, and when we talked about that, I'm like, that is awesome.
Yeah.
So something else that is awesome, if you're having your dating needs, Zazu needs some help.
Zazu needs to get this girl out of his house.
Man.
I hear it. Coming from the one that's using her fucking name on the Zoom, motherfucker.
Because she fucking takes over my laptop and doesn't sign out of her shit.
Now wait a minute. So when you kick her out, is she taking the laptop, or are you keeping that?
She's not taking shit of mine.
All right, just wanted to make sure. So, but if you're in need, like Zazu is in need for your dating needs, you can get in touch with Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
I feel like Zazu's in need once every other week, it seems like, and then they'll be just fine here next week.
No,
yeah.
Ongoing
During this
October.
Mute your damn thing.
Trying to make a fucking sponsor here.
During this wonderful quarantine session, there's no reason why you shouldn't be sprucing your game up, because if you're single, I guarantee your game is trash right now since you haven't been able to get out. Your Tinder pickup lines aren't doing the trick. So reach out to Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com. Maybe you guys can chat over FaceTime or Zoom like we're using, Hangouts, or any other media platform that allows you to chat, or old school, just, over the phone. So reach out to Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com, #3 dating coach on Google.
Love it. And then just another platform that people can check into is Blue Jeans. Verizon recently acquired Blue Jeans, so you could also check that out if you are interested.
I have a pair of Blue Jeans. Actually, probably 2 or 3.
Me too.
Am I supposed to talk into them? Is that how I get to talk to other people?
Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com. All right, so we are back for the trivia portion of today's episode. Barry, just quickly, I know you said it earlier, but you gave yourself 20. What are the updated scores now?
All right, hold on one second here. Let me minimize so I can bring this up. Well, that didn't work. Why is this full screen?
It just wants to be, man.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem, though, is I can't get it off my screen once you shared yours. Your shared screen is literally taking up my entire screen. Like, there's nothing I can do.
Exit full screen and view options, Bear.
Now we're here to give you IT advice live on the show.
Damn. Hey, I am not computer savvy. All right, I got it. Thanks, Parrot.
You're welcome.
All right.
By the way.
So the updated standings, we got Gary Mark Gray at 388, Cody Bryant 332, myself with my magical 20 points at 348, Parrot 184, Dub at 29, Wes at 7.
All right, and I've got the chat pulled up. If you guys have your own chat pulled up, so we can get into the question, or we can just say it instead of chat. Who cares? So first up, we all know Jack Nicklaus leads the PGA Tour with 18 major wins. But who leads the PGA Tour with the most second place finishes with 19, worth 3 points?
Second place finishes ever and majors. What second place is he talking about?
We'll make sure. That's a great question. I think it's going to end up being in majors. Yes,
I would
in
assume
majors.
that's what I figured, but someone's got 19. Holy shit.
Arnold, we got an Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Phil Mickelson.
Phil.
That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Phil Mickelson.
So we got Phil twice, Arnold Palmer. I thought Arnold Palmer too, but just for spite, I'm going to go with Jack Nicklaus, just because it seemed like he's trying to trick us again.
That's not a bad guess.
So we'll see what we get here from Jeremy.
Be like Lee
Jack
Westwood.
Nicklaus. I will take it.
Nice, good guess.
Oh, look at that.
The GOAT, as he puts. All right, there are only 3 running backs in NFL history who have caught over 80 passes 3 seasons in a row or more. Name them, 2 points for each. Hint, 2 of them actually accomplished this last season. Pretty good.
3 running backs in NFL history have caught 80 passes 3 seasons in a row or more.
So are we going to use the chat box for this one, or are we just going to say?
I gotta think about this one.
I gotta try to find it. Damn chatbot.
3 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a great question. We typing or just saying?
I'm typing mine because I gotta think.
I gotta think of who even caught that many passes.
Well, here, how about this? We're gonna pause the show. We will be back momentarily. All right. After much negotiation and trying to figure this out, so Parrot,
Anguish.
Zazu had McCaffrey, Barkley, and Larry Holmes, but he changed Larry Holmes to Hornswoggle. Marshall Faulk, McCaffrey, and Kamara for Ryan, for Bear, and for Cody, and then McCaffrey, Kamara, and Emmett Smith for me. So we will see what Jeremy says to us about this one. And this is 2 points for each. McCaffrey, Kamara, Marshall Faulk. Nice job, you guys.
All right.
Good job.
It's funny. We just talked about Marshall Faulk. I don't know if I would have done that.
Right?
He just didn't tell a story here.
Right. So I like that. So 4 for me, 6 for you two, and none for the Parrot. No, 2 for the Parrot. Sorry, Parrot. 2 for you.
Yeah, I finally got some points.
All right. And finally, go around guessing the answer. Least amount of points to highest. First person to get it right gets 5 points. So first person up can get easy points. Which NBA team is allowed the most points per game this season at a whopping 119.7?
Parrot, you're up.
So should I ask him who goes first?
He said least up. He said least.
Oh, yeah. Good call. So Parrot, you're up.
I don't know. Give me the Warriors.
That was my guess.
Not a bad guess.
Just because they're
They're trash.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Damn.
figures.
Cody?
Cody Bryant.
Phoenix Suns.
I thought they were playing some good ball this year.
They were. At the very beginning of the season, they were.
Incorrect.
Give me the Pelicans. It's got to be someone in the West.
Pelicans.
Oh, hell, if it's, I don't know. I got to think now. If it's not, hell, if it ain't even Golden State.
God. Just for fun, give me the Cavs.
I could.
I'd say it could be. Hell, if it's not.
Zazu.
Give me the Mavs.
No, I definitely don't.
I have no idea.
Incorrect. Cody.
Sacramento Kings.
They're having a good year too, man.
Incorrect. Bear.
Give me the Lakers. Damn.
Incorrect. Shit. Portland.
The whole NBA.
I said we're going to end up going through the whole league.
Incorrect. Zazu.
Give me the Pistons.
That's a good one. Incorrect. On to Cody Bryant.
The Knicks.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. I don't even know what the fucking points total here was.
5.
Incorrect.
Give me the Nets. Brooklyn.
Nets.
Damn, well, hell, I don't know. Who would it? I think we've gotten through all the worst teams in the league, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, just for Jeremy, Utah.
If that's right. How dare you?
Zazu.
Give me Orlando.
It's a pretty good guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't really think of them. Jesus.
I don't know.
Where we're
Minnesota.
going.
Go with the Timberwolves.
We are not doing well.
Ah, well.
Yes, he should.
No. I will not be eliminated for my guess, Jeremy.
No. I mean, we're almost through all the teams. No hints now. I'm gonna give me the Bucks. I'm gonna get wild here. I'm gonna start guessing good teams.
Yeah.
You
know what? I think we probably went about this completely backwards.
I'm looking at my surprise. Yeah. I'm looking at my surprise team because I know they ended up trash. Give me the Hawks. They suck.
Number 1 in scoring.
Yeah. The Bucks, yeah.
There
we go.
The Hawks.
Thank you to my shit team that I had as a sleeper that's last or second to last in the East. Great sleeper. Because they got what? Trey Burke down there?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Trey Young.
Wizards are 0.1 behind.
Jeez.
Man.
I'm either.
I didn't even think of the Wizards because I figured they were giving up like 125.
Jeremy, I already hate reading this first sentence. But no, I love it. He said, I lost all respect. Okay. So from Jeremy, the Bulls saga is still fun to watch, but I have lost all respect for Pippen. I did not remember what he pulled by refusing to go in the game like that. Then when I found out he apologized to the players, I thought, okay, he learned. But then even today, he said he would not have done anything differently. Man, all respect I've had for him over the years out the window. I cannot believe he would pull something like that. Have a good one and see you for wrestling. I can. He's not Jordan. I mean, he found that out like Cody said earlier.
Right. That's all it is, man. He's just not Mike. I mean, he had a 50-50 chance of that ball going in or not. I mean, what if Kukoc misses that shot? And then Pippen comes back in, that game goes to overtime, and let's say Pippen dominates overtime and they win the game, then he's vindicated.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It was pretty good, and that's a good point from Jeremy. And of course, we appreciate everything Jeremy does for us. So thank you, Jeremy. We have a few things left, not much. We'll see him for wrestling. I'm trying to minimize my screen here so I can see the rest of our agenda. So thanks, Jeremy, again. Some screenshot information. So Meta World Peace / Panda Friend is now going to go by from here on out. Meta Sandiford Artest. Okay. Tony Hawk.
Where does the Sandiford come in at?
I don't know.
I think it's his wife's name.
Is it? Okay.
He took his wife's last name and put it in there, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Tony Hawk, Pro Skater 1 and 2, coming September 4th, 2020. Parrot, can you give us some background on that?
Those were, growing up, PlayStation 2, I think it came out on. Those were great games. They're remastering them, so obviously the graphics are going to be a lot better. They're just going to go through and just kind of redo the game. I'm excited for that personally. I will most likely buy it. They were always fun to play, fun things to do. Personally, those are one of my favorite types of games. So
the next thing,
if it's not GoldenEye, it don't matter.
Damn right. Let's see that. So the XFL responded to Oliver Luck's filing and suing of Vince McMahon. And they said the 3 reasons for his dismissal, Luck's dismissal: 1, gross neglect of his job during the early days of COVID-19 pandemic; 2, personal use of a league-issued cell phone. That's ridiculous. Everybody does that. 3, signing receiver Antonio Callaway despite McMahon's orders to avoid players with previous legal troubles. And McMahon claims Luck left the XFL headquarters in Connecticut for his Indiana home March 13th and disengaged from the XFL operations. Put simply, at the very moment when his leadership as CEO was needed most, Luck did not devote substantially all of his business time to the XFL as required by his contract.
Interesting.
Vince paid a man.
Talio Tagovailoa entered the transfer portal, leaving Alabama. His brother Tua got a 4-year, $30.2 million deal with a fifth-year option. Should be interesting. Trey Lance, so this is Mel Kiper. Trey Lance, a freshman quarterback at North Dakota State, his stats last year, 2,786 passing yards, 1,100 rushing yards, 42 total touchdowns, no interceptions. Says you will see him in April.
Yeah,
and
they'll beat Oregon too.
I hope so.
If there's a season, Oregon will start 0-2 because they'll lose to North Dakota State and Ohio State.
Hell yeah. And then new documentaries are being released early by ESPN. Lance, about Lance Armstrong, May 24th and May 31st. Be Water, about Bruce Lee on June 7th. And Long Gone Summer, about the 98 home run chase on June 14th. Looking forward to all of those. They all sound like great documentaries. I don't think they're going to touch Jordan and what we've seen with the Bulls, but still very fun. I'm interested on the Lance Armstrong, and actually all three I'm very interested in. They should be fun, and we'll discuss them on the show.
Yeah.
All right, so on this day in sports, this episode actually went quicker than I thought, wrapping up at about an hour and a half. So how about give me the year, you fellers. James J. Jeffries retires as boxing champion.
69, I don't know.
41.
James J. Jeffries, huh? Sounds like he's fucking got leather, like, fingerless gloves and a mustache. Freaking, I don't know, I'm probably like 29.
1905.
Oh.
All right. Mickey Mantle hits 3 consecutive home runs of at least 463 feet.
32. I don't know.
54.
56.
Right in between you guys, 55. Stan Musial is the 8th person to get 3,000 hits.
68.
81.
70.
58. Reggie Jackson is the first major leaguer to strike out 2,000 times.
76.
80.
67.
83. Kirby Puckett becomes the 35th person to hit 35th to hit 4 doubles in a game.
86.
88.
90.
Again, in between Cody and Bear, 89.
Damn.
O.J. Simpson appears on British television discussing his not guilty verdict.
95.
Oh man. Let's say 96.
Zazu?
I said 95 too, but I guess I'm going to change my answer to 97.
96. All right. Eddie Murray is the 6th baseball player to play in 3,000 games.
78.
82.
So Eddie Murray?
Yes.
97.
That is exactly correct. All right. PGA Players Championship. TPC Sawgrass. Phil Mickelson wins by 2 strokes ahead of runner-up Sergio Garcia of Spain. Event played in May for the first time.
2003.
2002.
04.
2007. All right. Happy birthday, 106th birthday to Joe Louis.
Joe Louis.
Here's a big one. Happy 59th birthday to the man, the myth, the legend, Dennis Rodman.
Firm.
Worm. I love
Our
it.
North Korea ambassador.
That's right. Hap.
Not anymore since Kim Jong is dead and alive. I was hoping he just would have ran the country, but oh well.
Happy birthday. 42nd birthday to Mike Bibby.
Mike Bibby, the dude that went like, isn't he like oddly jacked now? Like,
Yeah,
Yes.
man. Mike Bibby looked like he did like five years in the pen.
Yeah, dude, he got absolutely jacked.
Yeah.
Good for Mike.
All right, so that's good for on this day. So thank you to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thanks to All Wear Clothing, Brandon. Thank you to Sean at Crandall's Quality Landscaping, Brittney at Verizon, Cassandra at PNC, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
He's making a left turn.
Is he? I thought he was going right into the wall.
Ooh.